Hello, sweet souls. This is your second reading. We're going to see what you need to know, what you need to be focused on. We're going to do the Celtic cross today. So we're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive, sent toward myself or the viewer. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angel saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for your greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the beautiful collective. All right. For the beautiful collective, current energy. What do they need to know in the current energy? Three of Wands. You are moving on, manifesting big developments. It says travel for pleasure, work, or love. This is a level up in progress for you. I love that. That's what's going on in the current energy. Some of you could be, like they said, traveling or relocating. The Three of Wands to me is turning your back on the past, forging a new path, creating a new reality. So I love the Three of Wands in the current energy. Okay, what's collective's obstacle? What is their obstacle, if any? Obstacle. Overthinking, collective, which is part of the human reality. Stressing and worrying about things you can't change. Overthinking, feeling like nothing is going to turn out the way you expect. This could be negative thought processes. They're just saying be aware of the negative self-talk. Be aware of being frozen in fear. It's better to take an action than to be still and just stress about it. But this is the obstacle for you, the Eight of Swords. A lot of this has to do with programming too. We get used to, I said that the Six of Cups came out, I'm putting it back, but this can be programming from the past. When you've been through a lot of karmic dynamics and you've been beat down, of course, it's going to take time for you to reprogram your mind from negative self-talk to positive affirmations, being in a high vibration. So it just takes time. What does the collective need to focus on? What do they need to focus on? Transformation. Death, it talks about there's an external change that's happening, or it did in the past, but you're focused on reinventing yourself, a new start, starting over, letting go, letting things end that aren't aligned so that you can align with a new beginning, awakening, rebirth energy. This is also like you recognizing your internal reality has to shift before the external reality can shift. In other words, if you're still in a negative Nelly mindset, you're still in fear, anxiety, how can you expect the external environment to be high vibrational, shower you with opportunities? You have to really change the internal world first. And you are gaining wisdom about this on the bottom of the deck. You're getting a lot of clarity, which is helping you. And that's your guides, the spiritual realm, helping you to see from a different lens. Past for the collective. Yeah. So in the past, you could have been dealing with somebody that was in a Queen of Wands in reverse. It doesn't have to be a female. It could be a masculine or a feminine. This is the no way, or it says my way or the highway energy. Someone that's demanding, controlling, strong-willed. This is someone in the past that really was asserting dominance over you because they didn't want you to embrace your light and the star energy. They didn't want you to be the healer that you are. But this was a lesson for you to take your power back, to not allow others to dictate your life. So it was a necessary lesson. What is collective strength? Your ability to invest in new things, to learn new things, setting goals, grounded, great prospects, study of magic, good news, works hard, ambitious, and faithful. I feel like your strength is really saying, you know what, I'm going to go all out. I have nothing left to lose. I'm going to invest in what I'm passionate about, and I'm going to learn whatever I need to learn. I'm going to move in a new direction. I have faith that it's going to work out. So, near future for the beautiful collective. Someone's in heartbreak in the near future. I don't really feel like this is you, collective, but someone is going to be in heartbreak, experiencing a loss, disappointment, sorrow, grief. What is the advice for the beautiful collective? Yeah, I feel like this is someone in the Four of Cups. This is someone you could have dealt with in the past, whether romantic, family member, or friend, that they're upset. They missed an opportunity. They're not happy. They're bored. They're dissatisfied. They feel unmotivated, depressed, reluctant, and weary. So whoever it is here that you were dealing with, they are in this heartbreak, very disappointed energy. This is someone that is going through an abandonment wound that's coming to the surface. What is in the environment? 10 of Cups. People are seeing you in this 10 of Cups energy. You are either in a happy relationship or you're happy on your own. There's a lot of stability. There's peace, divine love, whether it's in a relationship or this is the love that you have for yourself. That's how people see you and what you're experiencing in the current reality. Hopes and fears. Somebody's in fear that there is a whole group of people that see that they're in regret. This is someone that's been trying to hide their deep emotions, their wounds, and they're in fear that there are a group, could be family, it could be friends, it could be a community that sees that they are in deep regret. What is the outcome? The Hermit. You're staying private. You're very wise. You're growing in your current circumstance. You're elevating. You're a guiding light to others because you have a lot of divine wisdom. Page of Cups, embracing a new beginning. All right, let's see. Current energy, you are forging a new path. You're moving on. Some of you could be traveling or relocating. Hold on, I got a flipper in there. Or no, a card that doesn't need to be in there. Okay. But no, you're leveling up. That's what's happening. All right, Three of Wands. Victory and success. Leveling up. Being loved and celebrated. Being victorious in something. That's current energy. I love that. The obstacle is overthinking, stressing, feeling like maybe you can't do something. It could be negative thought processes due to programming. Obstacle. Yeah, it's holding on to a false belief. It's old programming. That's the obstacle. So recognizing that this is either what people have told you who you are, or it's a false belief about you that you've told yourself. They're saying, no, you're holding on to a false belief, and once you release that, you'll free yourself. Your focus is this transformation, completely rewriting your book, being a completely different person, the best version of you. Transformation. Twice. Wow. Death and death, that is huge. That is a huge transformation that's occurring. Give me one more. And it's going to be by magic. You're going to feel like it's magical. This transformation that you're going through is bringing in so much emotional fulfillment, happiness. It could be a divine partner. This is earth-changing transformation. With death out here twice, double confirmation. In the past, you were dealing with a feminine or a masculine that was controlling and dominating, that they were doing everything they could to keep you from embracing your light. It was an injustice. Whatever they were doing to try to keep you from healing and being in your healer energy, it was an injustice because you're destined to build something on your own, collective, with the Nine of Pentacles, and it's meant to prosper. Your strength is learning new things, making a new investment, having faith, following with faith. Collective strength. Standing your ground. No longer allowing people to think that they can bully you. No, you're standing up for yourself, standing your ground, putting up boundaries. And this is probably why we see someone in the near future in heartbreak. Near future. Yeah, this could have been someone that you were married to. This could also be someone that put you in a third party situation and married another. This is a very selfish, self-absorbed, fiery energy. So this is why they're in heartbreak. Something didn't work out as planned, and now they're bored, disappointed. They know they've missed an opportunity with you because you've moved on. You know, they've disrespected you for the last time. They've bullied you for the last time. Cheated, lied, stole, whatever they've done. They've done it for the very last time because you're gone. And now that you have a taste of not only your freedom, but peace, being away from this person, you will never go back. Not if you're aligning with this reading. In the environment, everyone can see the happiness, the emotional fulfillment, the love that you cultivate in your life, whether you're with a partner or not. In the environment. In the environment, they see you're making long-term plans and that your wishes are coming true. And people in the environment are recognizing this is all due to you closing out a cycle and blocking someone from your past. They're talking about this. They are noticing since collective walked away or released themselves from that experience, look how much better their life is. People are definitely talking about it. Someone's in fear because they're afraid this whole group of people are going to see that they're in regret. Yeah, because by you being seen as this grounded, stable, confident, financially secure, creative energy, it highlights the fact that this person's in regret. They screwed up. People may be talking to this person and saying, wow, did you see what collective's doing? Do you see how their luck is changing? Things are aligning for them. Yeah, people are finding out the truth and they're talking about it. The outcome is you're this wise old soul. You're staying very private. You go within for answers. You could be in solitude, but growth is happening in your life. Outcome. Outcome. Wow. I also see you're calling in a high vibrational divine energy, emperor energy, whether a man or a woman. This is divine love that ends in the Four of Wands. This is a beautiful, stable union. This is celebration. This is twin flame soulmate, happiness, success. This is the new investment that you're making. That's pretty amazing. I love it. We have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. All right, let's do another one. Give me 1 second. I got to find my other deck. Hold on a second. Okay. You know, what karmic energies don't understand, when you've taken advantage of someone's love, when you've deceived them, when you've beat down their confidence, when you've intentionally tried to wound someone, intentionally hurt them, and they awaken and they know what it feels like to be free and to feel peace and to love themselves, they don't understand. Karmic energies don't understand what would make them think any sane person would want to go back to that. You know, I feel like it's more of the delusion they tell themselves that they are responsible for your happiness. They were responsible for all the amazing things that ever happened in your entire life, and they're not. They were actually the obstacle. They were the dark cloud. And so it's just, I feel a lot of ego with karmic energies. They aren't facing the truth. So current energy, you're moving on, riding into the sunset, victory and success, being loved and celebrated, forging a new path. Some of you traveling, some of you relocating, doing something different, current energy. Yeah. It's like you're following your passion because God has ignited that spark within you. And now you're letting your creative juices flow, and it's leading to financial stability with the Queen of Pentacles. That is amazing in the current energy. A lot of good stuff there. Your only obstacle here is overthinking, holding on to an old programming where you weren't good enough. That's a false narrative, and it's not true. Obstacle. They said abandon that. That's the past version of you. Let go of that fear or programming, the stress and anxiety attached to making a mistake. So what if you do? A mistake is not a mistake. It's an intentional opportunity to learn. With a focus, you have huge transformation that's happening. Death twice, and it's going to feel magical. It's going to feel magical because you're not going to expect just how amazing things are going to turn out for you. Focus. Yeah, it's like it all stems from releasing Six of Cups, a past situation that kept you in the Four of Cups feeling unworthy, not good enough. Letting the tower fall so that you can stand in your authority. You can be on a new path, be committed to a new way of existing. Again, rewriting your story, relying on your intuition, embracing your spiritual gifts, letting your spiritual gifts shine. In the past, you were dealing with the Queen of Wands in reverse can be a Jezebel, man or a woman, but this is someone that was controlling and dominating and tried desperately to keep you from embracing your light, to keep you from healing. And it was an injustice because you are meant to build something on your own and prosper. Past. Yeah, this is definitely a karmic partner. This could be a family member, a friend, a coworker, or a lover. It doesn't matter. It could be anyone. Now, because of the injustice that was done to try to keep you from healing and embracing your light, they're reaping what they've sown. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's all coming back. So whatever they wished for you, whatever they did to try to keep you from confidently creating something on your own, it's going right back to them. That's part of the consequences. Your strength is your ability to learn new things, invest in new things, step out of your comfort zone, and stand your ground. Enough is enough. You're not allowing other people to run your life anymore. Collective strength. Yeah. Your strength is dropping the burden that other people want to lay on you, their burdens, their unhealed wounds, and pouring into your own cup with the Ace of Cups. Putting yourself first, loving yourself first, and Three of Wands, moving on. Near future, someone that could have put you in a third-party situation that married someone else, they're heartbroken. This is someone that operated in ego and the King of Wands on the fence, and it backfired. Near future, and they're heartbroken. In mental anguish, haunted. They can't escape the memories of their own actions, what they lost, and what they're bound to. It's very stressful. This person could be having mental health issues. Yeah, this is someone that definitely should have been a match to you that went down the wrong path. Yeah, this is a King of Pentacles. This could have been someone, like I said, that was a match to you, but due to greed, they went down the wrong path, and now Ace of Swords, the truth is coming to light. With the advice, this person, they want you to know this person is feeling depressed. They know they messed up, and they know you're gone. Advice. They want you to continue to move forward, continue to protect your peace. Advice. Yeah, because this person wants you to drop your burden drop your boundaries with the Seven of Wands on the fence, because they want to give equally now. But okay, can you trust this person? Can they trust this person? Because I'm not feeling that. Yeah, St. Michael's like, no, you can't trust this person. Cut them out. In the environment, everyone sees that you are cultivating a loving home, a loving environment, that you're making long-term plans and your wishes are coming true in the environment. Yeah. They see you're committed to a new path, that you're happy. You're independent, confident. Nine of Pentacles. Creating something on your own that's very prosperous. This is your new beginning, Page of Cups. Hopes and fears. Someone's afraid that everyone in the community is going to know that they have regret because of how you are being seen, which is someone very stable, very creative, abundant. That wheel is turning in your favor. This is good luck, fame, fortune. All right, hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. And people, this person is afraid that people are going to, messages are going around about how they were cheating, lying, and stealing. Seven of Swords to the Page of Wands. This person's afraid of people talking about what they did. Yeah, the conflict. The Five of Wands, the conflict that it's going to cause. People finding out the truth about a third-party situation and why you walked away. Because this person was toxic. They were a love bomb or gaslighter, and they were trying to battle you. But all you did was focus on your creative projects. Wow. Near future, you are in this hermit energy. You're staying private. You're a wise old soul, and you are attracting a true emperor or empress energy, someone that is offering divine love. This is a marriage, a long-term commitment. This is stability, celebration, outcome. Empress, Empress, Emperor, outcome, a divine connection. I love it. Outcome. Yeah, it said this is because you had the courage to walk away, to forge a new path, that you are now coming into a union with a divine partner. This is a wish granted for you. Absolutely. It's a wish come true. How beautiful is that? Let me clear these off and get another deck. Okay. So I like this reading because you guys are headed in the right direction. You've learned a lot. You've released yourself. And it's like the more you release, the more you surrender, and the more you invest in yourself, following your passion, the more you're blessed. Blessings are coming in for you. What does the beautiful collective need to know? Yeah, you go from feeling sad to feeling empowered, to recognizing God's love, God's light, God's essence in you is powerful, that you can create a whole new reality. And then God meets you halfway or more than halfway, presents you with a passionate new beginning. This could be as simple as inspiring you with that spark or opening a new door that you don't expect. It's definitely a gift. And this same storyline comes out all the time. The person that's in fear because they took a reckless action to go into another dynamic, they're going through a heartbreak, pain because they didn't choose love. They did not choose love. So why did they go into this marriage? Why do they go into this marriage? Well, part of the reason they went into this marriage was to prove you wrong. You were speaking truth. You were telling the truth. And so this person rushed into a marriage to support the false narrative, the lies and the illusions around your relationship with them. So it feels like vengeance to me, but you're in the Queen of Swords energy. You already know the truth. You're also a healer. So this person was determined to look like they were the winner and you were the loser in a game that you're not playing. But it backfired. It really backfired on this person. Yeah, this person thought they were going to continue to string you along, breadcrumbing you, giving you hope that they would change or they would come back. They were just blowing smoke. This is gaslighting. And so you just moved on. So whatever game they played into by going into another connection, thinking that that was going to keep you chasing them, it didn't. And if they thought that it was going to take away from the truth you were speaking, it didn't. People are still seeing the truth. And now this person's trying to hold on to a tower to keep it from falling, but it's ending very painfully. They're trying to keep things hidden, how miserable they truly are. But people know. People know. It's all an illusion. 7 of Cups, they know. This person's faking happy. That they went there for greed. A promise of money, which comes out like constantly. And this is their karma. This person could also be going through an awakening. They're definitely being forced. What flew over the magician is the 6 of Wands to the 9 of Cups. They're being forced to watch you be loved and celebrated, to watch your wishes and dreams coming true, to watch you operate in your fate and destiny. They're being forced to watch this. And you're calling in a divine partnership. King of Wands, Queen of Wands in the upright with 7 of Wands in the middle. This is someone coming in to protect you. And I talk about it all the time. A masculine energy, whether man or woman, it doesn't matter. They're the protector in the earthly reality. A feminine energy, whether man or woman, it doesn't matter. They're the protector in the spiritual reality. And so that's what's happening for you. This separation, this end was the best thing because you will align with someone that is so much like you. Wow. Not only will there be a lot of passion in your relationship, but with the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, this is someone that is going to support what you are creating. They're going to be the person that works in the background to help support your dreams. You're going to build a legacy with this person. That's the 10 of Pentacles. Empress, you are meant to create. You're here to create. Yeah, it's your destiny. This is what you're meant to do. It's fated for you. Yeah, planting new seeds, making long-term plans, reaping a harvest. And St. Michael is protecting you. And what you do for work. Yeah, so this player energy that was playing games, trying to show that they won by rushing into another relationship or marriage, trying to discredit the truth that you were speaking, whatever they were doing. Now they are very imbalanced. It feels like a lot of financial imbalance with a third party, and it's ending. Everything is falling apart, ending. So it is what it is. This didn't work out the way they expected. So let's get some letters and signs, yours or someone else's. Holy Spirit, holy angels, saints, spirit guides, and ancestors. Who is this reading about? Who is this reading about? W, D, Y, S, Scorpio, Aries, I, V, P, Leo, G, R, Q, Sag, O, Capricorn, U, N, B, F, H, and A. All right, what guidance do you have for the beautiful collective? What guidance do you have for the beautiful collective? We got, you are safe and protected. A new career is headed your way. Take a trip, it will do you good. You are receiving messages. Pay attention to your thoughts. Focus on the life you want, not on what you don't want. You are receiving signs, so pay attention. What are you waiting for? Take action. Let's get some angel numbers. Yeah, angel numbers. What angel number is associated with this reading, Holy Spirit? We have 1, 3, 4, and 4. 1, 3, 4, 4. So let's see. All right, it says, angel number 1344 signifies new beginnings, urging you to have confidence in yourself and take charge of your path. It encourages you to stay focused and determined on your goals, as achieving them is likely within reach. The number also highlights the importance of self-expression and using your unique skills and talents, with a potential indication of support from ascended masters. I love it. That makes total sense. All right, you guys, I'm scheduling for the 3rd week of September. If you're interested, please share the videos, like, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you for the last reading. All right, bye-bye.